motherfucker.
Hello, sir.
I need fucking glasses, bro.
Yeah, I can't see shit no more.
Man, I'm telling you, man.
I went to the doctor.
Really?
I went to the vision doctor. She gave me the whole test. I passed it.
Really?
So I'm like, what am I see? Is this just what the world looks like? Like, why is it so blurry?
What did she say?
She was like, dude, you don't need glasses. Like, you have 20/20 vision.
Get the fuck out of here.
Dead ass.
I don't like that because you got to do that eye test. And if you focus on that eye test enough, you can pay attention to it.
Exactly.
But you're not focusing like that in every day. Like, I'm not staring at shit. I'm not squinting that shit.
No,
I'm not doing this all day.
I agree. Chris, I'm sorry. Chris, I'm sorry. He ain't mean it, bro. You know his heart, bro.
No.
He's been on the islands, man. You could get a little loose out there.
Yo, speaking of islands and speaking of that, you saw the young
you say
lady.
eyelids?
Did you see the young lady who got kicked off Love Island?
Yeah, Sierra.
That wasn't right, man.
What'd they kick her off for?
They kicked her off because she
used an Asian slur?
Yes, but she used it on herself.
What'd she say?
She was pull up the quote so I can read it and quote it. I don't want to just be out here screaming it for no goddamn reason. Chris is producing because we on baby watch. Taylor might be having a baby. God damn, Chris had that shit ready to go. Chris wanted to talk about that
You don't think that's been in the group? You don't think that's been in the group chat? Yo, you don't think that's been in the Taiwan group chat? So they've been on her ass.
Chris had that shit ready to go.
That's been there, Gaza.
So Sierra said, Botox isn't for everyone, but I love it for me. I am incredibly expressive with my face and word I can't read. Catch myself frowning for no reason throughout the day when I'm focusing on something or thinking too hard. I can also be a little... What?
That's what she said?
No, she said, yeah. Dinky, but with a CH.
Yeah.
When I laugh.
Act like you're on blood. Say binky.
Yeah, she could be a little binky.
A little binky.
Okay, so here's the thing that, like, this is the thing where I kind of feel bad for her. I don't know if she knows that word is bad.
I know she doesn't.
Clearly doesn't.
I know she doesn't.
Like, and I think that there are a lot of cultures that use that word. Like, white people know all the bad words because we're told to not be racist. So we know every bad word we shouldn't say. So when a white guy says something or a white girl says a bad word, keep in mind, like, they knew it was bad when they said it. When minorities say these words, they don't have the same stress about being racist. A Mexican girl growing up and wherever she's from, she's not worried about being called racist. She's like, I'm a minority. You can't even call me racist.
Especially for that when she's talking about herself. Also, I grew up off Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang used to use that all the time.
I mean, they are Asian.
That's what somebody said. Somebody told me that. They was like, well, they kind of accepted into the fold.
But I think minorities use that term all the time.
What the fuck is a minority?
Well,
that's a new shit?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
A minority.
A minority?
Yeah, you don't know what a minority is?
What, a bisexual minority?
Yeah, it's like that guy. Like,
oh God.
Oh my God.
What? Don't you have a minority podcast?
Okay.
No.
Okay.
When you're a minority, it's when you're minority, but two things. You're two things that are minority. You know what I mean?
Listen.
Scared the shit out of Chris making that fucking that Vespa sound. He made that Vespa. They thought he was gonna hit.
But you know, I think that this was also Love Island playing fair. Because there's another young lady. What's the other young lady name? That guy, by the way, I don't know shit about Love Island. I just heard about it on vacation because apparently everybody around me watches this show. Yeah. So it's like everybody was going to bed at 9 o'clock to go watch fucking Love Island. Yeah. But there was another young lady on the show who used the N-word.
Yeah.
But also...
Non-white?
Non-white. She's like Latino or something like that.
Everybody non-white can use it now.
But go to the
said me.
Go to the thing. Yes. Go to the, you have the clip? We probably can insert it later. But she's using it in the context of like endearment.
Yeah.
She's referring to her homegirl as the N-word.
Yeah.
And then her homegirl starts talking about some, I don't know if she was an N-word. She was like, that N-word I was dating and that N-word. You know what I mean? So it's like.
Not perfect, but that's it. Like now I'm fucking my nigga. He's my nigga.
It was kind of used in the way that everybody uses it, but you know.
But shout out to the producers for keeping the same
energy. It was fair. Yeah. Listen, it's fair all across the board. You know what I mean? I just need...
An eye for an eye makes the whole world blind, guys.
An eye for an eye makes the whole world blind, or they still might have 20/20 vision. You don't know.
Like, the show is about train wrecks. You can't be surprised when train wrecks wreck the train. You know what I mean? It's just like you have a bunch of train wrecks out there. You think that people that are this crazy on camera haven't done crazy things off camera in their past? You specifically hired them for this role to be unhinged.
I don't watch the show, so I don't know what the fuck's going on. But I will say
Me
this.
neither.
Like all reality TV is.
Yeah, like
Sure, but it's 2025. What I would have liked to seen happen, because all of this shit is old, right? Like I think her post is from like 2015.
Yeah.
The other young lady's post was on an older podcast. Yo, let's have the conversation.
exactly.
Because both of them
Stop punishing
apologized.
people.
Like, and both of them, I think they were very sincere apologies. Like the young lady who's used the N-word, she was like, yo, I didn't know no better. You know, I made a mistake. I'm owning up to it, blah, blah, blah.
This is such a great point. Like, let's have the conversation. When you stop a conversation and you immediately silence everybody or punish everybody, what happens is everybody's terrified, and then it pushes the conversation to the radicals on the extremes, and they're actually racist. They're actually hateful, and then they control the discourse.
Yeah.
You gotta let people make mistakes. You gotta let people,
The real racists not even upset about this because they're like, neither one of y'all used it right.
exactly.
Okay? You didn't use the Asian
Yeah.
slur right, and you didn't use the black
Also,
slur right.
the Asian slur can't be that bad if you're allowed to use the exact word in a
I looked it
different
up in the
context.
dictionary. I didn't see it though.
You can say there's a chink in the armor.
Now I thought about that.
You can say that. Nobody can cancel you for saying that. It's
So
an
I don't
actual word.
remember
Like,
the exact thing, but there was a New York Post headline during the Jeremy Lin run where they used it in that phrase.
No,
yeah,
and then
the
people,
post is wild. Post
I
is
gotta
wild.
look that up.
and then everyone was kind of like, no.
It was like Jeremy Lin's.
Well, see, that's different. Hold on, let me look it up.
So if I'm in London and I'm out drinking and I want
You can smoke a
cig-
in London.
Say it.
You can smoke a fag in London. If you're in Britain, you can smoke a fag. In America, that word has a very different connotation. And this is, this is for
No, it was ESPN that did that.
Oh,
Chris.
did they?
He got fired. This is funny.
what
ESPN fires writer of offensive headline about Jeremy Lin. ESPN has fired the employer responsible for writing an offensive headline about basketball sensation Jeremy Lin and suspended an anchor who used the same ethnic slur, the sports network said Sunday. The headline read, "Chink in the armor," representing the New York Knicks 89-85 loss Friday night. Yeah, that was a fireable offense.
Yeah.
I mean, that was fire. Like, come on.
Well,
that was fireable.
Here's why it's
that was fireable.
Here's why it's fireable. Because you're using the double entendre on purpose.
On
If you
purpose.
say there's a chink in the armor, you're only talking about armor. You're only talking about that dent or that chip or whatever it is in that set of arms. This is like
Unless Marvel's doing diversity and they have an Asian Ant-Man who jumps in the Iron Man suit. You know what I'm saying? That could be crazy. That could be
you
crazy.
make a great point. If you're talking about who's in the armor, that's racist.
Yes.
If you're talking about what's happened to the armor, that's not racist.
That's not racist. Absolutely.
This is why, like, the Mamdani shit where he said that he was African American on his college application or whatever. Like, this is why it's very interesting because
He did what?
you didn't hear about this shit.
About this?
No.
he said
keep it away.
What?
he said he's African American in his college application.
Who?
Mamdani, the guy who's the Democratic nominee for mayor of New York.
Oh, got you. I call him Zoran. Yeah.
Zoran. So it's like he said he's African American. Now, he was born in Uganda. Technically, he is African American in the way that Elon Musk is African American. But what I would say here is
What the Post says he is. Whatever the New York Post says he is what he is.
they say he's 9/11.
Yes, exactly. Big Muslim. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, they got him as the Muslim that's going to bomb
I know
everybody.
he's at the fucking gay pride parade. I don't think we got to worry about this one.
I agree.
But the point I'm trying to make is he knows what African American means here. African American has a different meaning in America, just like the British cigarette in Britain is a very different meaning than in America. So
Is it though? Because it goes in your mouth. I'm just asking. Is it?
Oh, what about the bundle of sticks?
Same thing.
yeah, I don't know if they use it like that colloquially there. I'm not exactly sure. I guess what I'm trying to say is he's a smart dude and he knows what he was doing. He was gaining an advantage on an application. He was taking a spot that would be reserved for a black person and using that to his advantage. So you can't be like, oh, I am African American, because you know what African American means in America. African American means black in America. That's what it means. So
Africans don't even say that.
because they're African.
That's what I'm saying. Like actual
Exactly.
Africans that come from a country, they don't even say I'm African American.
Yeah.
Not that I realize. That's what I've
Exactly.
noticed.
So like that, I think that is a critical, or you can be critical
Fair critique.
of that thing.
Yeah,
But at the same time, everybody to going to college is finding whatever shred of Native American they are, so they can put it for having
I just went through this.
with your
where-
kids.
Yeah, because I was. You have zero advantage being Asian.
Oh no, it hurts you. You
It
gotta
hurts
say
you.
white.
So,
Why?
but my kids are
You're Asian and
too
Jewish.
many
Your kids ain't
qualified-
going to college at all.
Too many qualified Asian kids.
Gotcha.
But my kids technically are Pacific Islanders because my wife is like 25% Aboriginal Taiwanese, right? Like not
Not the nationalists that moved from China.
not
to
Han
Taiwan.
Chinese, but like actual some people who look more like Filipino,
Right.
almost. And
You
that
don't count being Jewish? Like that doesn't.
they don't care.
Yeah.
Too many Jews. But like, so I was like, well, shit, let's just put Pacific Islander then because they are Pacific Islander. And she was like, we can't do that. And I was like, why? She's like, because it's not about what's on the DNA test. They haven't lived a Pacific Island experience.
I think your wife is like incredibly high morality
She
and
has
virtue.
much higher morals than me.
Yeah.
But
Whereas, like, I think there are a lot of people that probably did what Mamdani did.
Sure.
But the thing is that, like, if you get caught, you're allowed to be criticized.
Damn, I
for
wish
it.
I had knew that. I would have asked him that. Like I want to know why he did that.
That
it
just
happened.
came out.
It just happened.
Oh, it just
But
okay.
all
Okay.
this shit about him is just going to come out. Nobody really knew anything about him because they didn't think he had a chance of
Oh,
winning. And now
man.
that they know, we're going to learn every
and
weird
Adams
thing
is
he
running
did.
with it. It's disrespectful to African Americans. It could have taken. Now, the irony is, I think that it was at Columbia where his father, I believe, was a professor at the time. I'm more concerned that he didn't get in with his father being a professor. What's that say about you? Like, that's supposed to be a layup.
No, not if your dad knows something that we don't know. Your dad might.
That's the nepotism and shit. But here's the thing: is like the last thing we're going to do is start criticizing elite institutions for nepotism because that's how all their fucking kids get
Of course.
in.
But that's
It's
what I'm
part
saying.
of the
And
application. They literally go, "Do you have a family member that went here?" And then when you do, you get in. It's,
Yeah, so why'd he
was the
get
opposite.
rejected?
He got rejected.
and his
That's what I'm
dad,
saying.
his
He
dad was
didn't
a
get in.
professor?
No, he did go to Columbia.
No, he didn't. He went to Bowdoin.
Oh, I thought he went to Columbia.
Let me double check. I'm
You
pretty
know what's
sure.
so interesting about this conversation? We really about to see how stupid liberals are and how they cannibalize themselves. You got this guy who's a hot candidate, and you know that they're going to come at him with everything. They're going to
Who's
throw
they?
the media, the Republicans, whoever the opposition is, everybody.
It's just Jews and Republicans that are coming
That's
out.
a lot. Who the hell want to go to war with that? That's a lot. What are you talking about? Just? What you mean? Just? What are you talking about? That's 2 Infinity Stones. Like, what are you talking about? You remember in Endgame when Thanos had 2 Infinity Stones?
he
It was
was
like he's
fucking
already the
everybody up.
powerful.
Yeah,
It's like he's
yeah.
already the most powerful person in
Yeah.
the universe. My point is, they know that people are going to come at him with everything, and they're going to fall for it. They're going to fall for it.
That he's not going to be liberal enough.
Yes.
Yeah, you can never pass the purity test.
Now, when liberals,
I don't think so. He's doing a pretty good job
man,
battling
Hakeem
back.
Jeffries, Chuck Schumer, them will not co-sign him in the least.
Well, you
bit.
know why.
All of those elite Democrat,
You know why?
You won't even
Hey,
think about it.
Follow the money, my boy.
Yep.
You'll find out why.
So that's gonna help him.
I don't think so.
With the sentiment that people have right now,
When I looked at the breakdown of the demographic of the people that voted for him, he's still got a lot of holes. Like black people didn't really show up for him.
It's
You know what I
only
mean?
white. Okay,
You
Mamdani's
need Jewish people in New York City.
Mamdani's base is very simple. It is white, college-educated hipsters that make $100,000 a year, but don't see any opportunity for upward mobility. So they have
And
two,
Asians, I think it was the Indians. Who was it, Chris? It was,
maybe, but they have no.
But that
I
was
doubt
skewed,
that.
probably.
Yeah, no,
Maybe Indians because they look at him and they're like,
Indian,
he's
yeah.
Indian. But like they basically, it's white kids who went to college, got $200,000 worth of student loans, have no idea how they're going to pay it off, and have a good job, but no real upward mobility in the job. And they're just going, hey, I did what you told me. I did everything right. I got the job. I'm supposed to be rich and I'll never be able to buy a house. So they're upset. And now they're like, I want the
I
government.
think it's not just white kids. I think it's all kids who came out of that system.
yo,
They just, yes.
But
yes.
that's the face of it.
Yo,
for
guess
sure.
what? His highest demo, 58% Asian, 35.8% white or Caucasian, 30.2% Hispanic or Latino of any race, 20.5% Black or African Americans. Others was 29.2%.
Yep.
So Asians showed up for him in a big way.
But what does that mean?
Jewish people make up 10% of New York City, guys.
No, it's got to be higher than that.
Oh, I thought it was like 10%.
I don't know
only
if
10?
it's so much.
It's 2%. It's under 2 of the country, and it's the biggest Jewish
Yeah, I thought it was 10
city in the world.
New
But
York.
anyway,
The point is, the Democratic Party does not like him because he represents a part of the party that the Democratic establishment does not like, which is the Democratic Socialists, which is where the fucking party is. They just won't acknowledge it. Like the Democratic Party is the Democratic Socialist Party. Whether you like it or not, that's what the base wants. That's what the people are into. And the old establishment is not what they're into.
Honestly, that's what America wants. And you know why I'm going to tell you the language that he was using. And we had this conversation on Breakfast Club. But I'm like, yo, Democrats, y'all can come up with names for everything, right?
Yeah.
Pregnant people, all that, like, right?
Yeah.
But you can't come up with a better term for socialism. So when he uses the term affordability, and he just talks about how things aren't affordable, that resonates with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Our campaign is one that sees this city under attack in 2 ways. An affordability crisis on the inside. We're the most expensive city in the United States of America. 1 in 4 New Yorkers are living in poverty. The rest are living in a permanent state of anxiety about whether they can keep affording this city. And then we're under attack from the outside from a Trump administration that is hell-bent on going after not only New Yorkers, but frankly, democratic cities across the country, like we're seeing in Los Angeles right now.
That's what people want to hear.
The message
New
is-
York's too fucking expensive.
The message is resonating. Here's the thing, and this is the thing. Poor people did not vote for him. Okay? Poor uneducated people did not vote for him because poor uneducated people, unfortunately, do not have the same entitlement to their dreams than middle class and rich people do. If you're like middle class, upper middle class, and rich, you're like, I deserve to be super rich and have everything work out, and like I'm entitled to that. Poor people a lot of times come from generations of poverty and they don't see that upper mobility. It's sad, it's tragic.
But wouldn't affordability resonate with those poor people though? Like when they hear that, when they hear somebody simply say, "Hey, shit is too expensive."
Yeah, but they didn't vote for him. So to me, the message that's really connecting are these people who feel entitled to a better life because they did everything that they were supposed to do, i.e. go to college. They got a meaningless degree. They have $200,000 worth of debt that they cannot get out of. And they're like, okay, I need the government to help me, which is understandable. The problem is the solutions that Zoran has, many of them, I'm not saying all of them, but many of them, he either cannot execute or they actually won't work to help the people. And that is, there is like data to prove and back this. So I think the message is really resonating. And to be honest with you, I think the only party right now that you could say actually puts America first are the Democratic Socialists. Like if you really want to talk about, oh, rah, 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 MAGA, America first, MAGA ain't America first in right now.
No.
It's going against what the base wants.
Absolutely.
Inflating the fucking budget, continuing the foreign wars.
Absolutely.
Like the only party right now that is America first, meaning I want to help American people. Maybe the way they want to do it won't work and it could be detrimental, but at least the messaging and the intentions are to help the American people are the Democratic Socialists.
You want to know why?
Talk to me.
Because of all the minorities that are Democratic Socialists. The blacks, the Latinos, the gays, because those are the people who really believe in what America says it is.
I think Democratic Socialists are a bunch of like college-educated white kids. I think that's what it is.
That's just it?
Not that's it, but that's
it's a big tit.
That's the majority. It's all the hipsters. That's like, okay, I came here, I moved here, I thought I was going to be able to buy my own apartment. I realized that that's not going to be an opportunity.
I bet you a lot of those kids are minorities. I don't disagree that
I think there are definitely minorities for sure, but I wouldn't underscore. I wouldn't underscore how
You're
many.
not a kid.
I'm a kid.
Yeah, you're 40 years old.
You're gay. You are gay.
You
Relax,
fucking-
relax.
You're a minority.
You are a minority.
Definitely
You are a minority.
He's a minority.
You are a minority.
He's a minority.
Shut up.
What? You're a minority.
No, but just a correction before. Jewish people make up 14% of the voter base in New York City.
let's go.
Yeah,
That's a lot. That's what I'm saying. You got to, bro, you got to have them to win New York.
But
and Mayor Adams is leaning in.
But he didn't have them during the primary, and he blew everybody out the water.
I wonder, and I'm not saying that wasn't a great win. I'm just wondering how much stock do we put into the primary? How many people actually get energized and show up for primaries?
I think a frustration a lot of Americans have right now is this idea that like all of our politicians are afraid of pissing off Israel for some reason. So like when Mamdani is in that press conference where they ask every other person in the primary where they're going to take their first foreign trip, which is like, why are you even asking the mayor of a city in America where he's going to take a foreign trip? He's the only one that goes, I'm not going nowhere. I'm working for this the people of New York. I'm staying right here. I think that was really refreshing to a lot of New Yorkers who are just like, why is every politician tap dancing for Israel? What the fuck is going on here? And the reality is, and Bernie Sanders spoke about this, is like they're terrified that AIPAC will primary them. They're terrified that AIPAC will put millions and millions
Follow
of
the money,
dollars.
my boy.
Say again?
Follow the money.
Follow the money. So they're terrified that AIPAC will put millions and millions of dollars against them. And that is what essentially is happening for the people that you suggested. Like, you follow the money, you're going to see a lot of money in the bank account of those people.
Oh, Hakeem
From AIPAC.
Jeffries, AIPAC.
Yeah,
super
I think they gave him
fun.
$2 million.
Yeah.
It's close to it, yeah.
And the primary is super telling because usually people, it's a low voter turnout.
Nobody votes in New York for
one
mayor,
votes.
bro.
It's usually older people and real go hard voters. So the fact that he energized a younger base to come out and vote during a primary is just telling for the actual election.
But why didn't he energize black people? Which was the biggest voting base for Democrats in New York. And also we're in New York.
My guess is his message didn't get there yet. Because unfortunately, there are uninformed voters that kind of just like vote on what they know. And it's like, oh, I don't know this person, so I'm not
But
supporting.
black people showed up for Cuomo.
Because they know him. He has name recognition.
Okay.
And the problem with Cuomo is he's such a fucking idiot that he didn't say that he won't run. So even if he doesn't run, his name will still be on the ballot.
Oh, really?
Which is going to split the vote for whoever's opposing Mamdani.
Adams. It's going to help
Adams.
Adams. Well, it's going to help Mamdani.
Chris,
It's going to help Mamdani, yeah.
Chris, a couple weeks ago, you said you feel like Adams would beat Mamdani. You still feel that way?
Well, because I feel like there's this kind of like twin unintentional coalition forming, which is Jews and African Americans, and that's a big block. We just talked
My
about
squad, boy.
right.
I'm
We
playing
just
with my
we just talked about
that's my squad.
all I would say to
What you talking about?
Jews
That's
and
my
blacks have had a
squad.
lot of success, man. Music industry.
You just named my squad.
Yeah.
I don't know what you said. What's up?
so I would just say to my Jewish brothers and sisters, don't do this.
Don't do what?
Don't do what?
Don't freak out and jump into bed with Adams or Cuomo, whoever it is. Democratic socialism is actually very close to the roots of the Jewish political identity in America. Don't freak out that this guy's Muslim. This is the right candidate. I was a Brad Landers guy. I've said that. I'm not like head over heels about this guy, but like I want to see socialism get a legit shot in New York City. What happens?
Affordability.
I don't know.
Not going to happen. This is the capitalist hub of the world. If you want to try socialism, okay, go try it in Ohio or some shit. New York City represents the worst parts of capitalism. We literally live on top of each other in shoeboxes, separated by 6 inches of drywall. There's nothing about this city that says humans should be here outside of this capitalist churn and
But
burn
what's happening
machine.
isn't working. We can all agree with that.
Isn't working for what?
Isn't working for the poor.
Because it worked. New York
that's
City,
capitalism.
New York City, nah, but New York City
capitalism
is
is
fluid.
working.
New York City, there's a progress. This
Keep
group
going.
comes in,
What you're saying is right.
but you're supposed to be able to work your way up. Whatever
Supposed
group
to.
comes
But
in,
that's supposed to be
and
the
now
American
everybody's
dream,
stuck.
period.
Yeah.
Now everybody's stuck. You got to unstick it.
Yeah. So
But you know what Joe said is true. Capitalism is working. It's working exactly the way it's designed to work for the rich to continue to get richer.
Sure, but there was
middle class
always
is
more
like, and then the bottom suck.
movement. There was always more fluidity.
I agree with you, and I think that that's the problem. But the
I don't
problem
know if
is
it's a New York problem specifically.
no, this is everywhere.
Right.
But this is America, and like honestly, you got to hold accountable at a certain point in time. We got to look at these like educational institutions. That the second the government did something that was very benevolent, the government said, "Hey, we're going to give you whatever loans you need so you can get an education because we want an educated populace." That's a kind thing to do. The second they did that, these institutions started jacking up the fucking price of bullshit degrees. And now these kids are saddled with $200,000 worth of debt. Now, they should have the agency of their own decisions and they should deal with the consequences, sure. But these institutions know that a fucking liberal arts degree doesn't cost $200,000. It's honestly, what is that word? Where you're like a leach on something?
Gouging?
Parasites.
It's parasitic.
Yeah, but
They're
that,
parasitic.
Well, I got a big one on me right now.
What do you got?
it takes
I
back
got
on
a
you.
big parasite on me right now.
No
You got
way.
mine.
I'm saying my daughter's going to college. And
Oh shit!
you're talking 200. That sounds like a fantastic deal to me.
Oh, it's more?
What is she?
Jesus
What is she getting an education in?
She has to figure that out. She's not going in to be pre-med.
AI is the only thing that would make sense for her. To
Listen, it's a very scary proposition. I've given it tons of thought. It definitely does not make sense on
You
paper.
should have sent her to trade school.
I'm rolling the dice,
Teach
and
her
it
how
might
to
not
build
work.
mopeds or
I
something.
don't know.
Like, for real. Like, that's what, like, teach you how, that's where the money at, yo. It took me forever to get into the city today. I'm like, damn, if I had a moped right now,
You'd be out.
I'll be out.
That's how I get around the city.
I want to say something else about capitalism too, man. America has more than enough money to solve every single financial problem that's happening in this country.
But instead, we spend it on foreign wars.
It's unbelievable. And we spend it on foreign wars. We spend it on just things. And that's what frustrates people. When people sit back and they're like, damn, this money going over here and this money going over there. If America was taken care of, if the least of us in America was taken care of, nobody would give a fuck what they do in other countries.
Facts.
Nobody would give a flying fuck how much money they give Israel. Nobody give a fuck how much money they give Ukraine. Nobody would give a shit about how much the military gets every. Nobody would care if the poor and disenfranchised was taken care of in America.
So here's the reality. Let's just call it what it is. Maybe America can't afford to be helping all these other countries.
Oh, 100%.
So like that's just what it like. You have to take care of us before you take care of anybody else. You got to put your oxygen mask on first. And right now it feels like we're putting the oxygen mask on all these other countries when in reality we're out here with no oxygen.
Let's save one oxygen mask, though.
Say again.
Let's not get crazy. Save one oxygen mask.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Taiwan might need a little something.
But why did you? But that's why.
Yo,
but that's why America
you're
first
good, by the way.
messaging worked.
You're good, by the way, because if China takes over Taiwan,
Yeah.
we're going to bomb the chip factories. And they haven't been able to replicate those chip factories on their own home soil, China. So the only way they could do it is if they use the chip factories that already exist in Taiwan. But we won't let that happen. So now they realize, oh, fuck, there's no real purpose in doing that. I think
I think it's deeper than the chips, though.
No, it is deeper than the chips. What I'm saying is that it is because it's part of they see it as a breakaway province and all this other stuff, but they're not willing to risk the relationship with the United States of America. They're too dependent on.
I don't think we care, to your point. I think people are tired.
We care about them chips. We care about
But
them
we
chips.
have our factory in Arizona, and eventually
But it
they'll
doesn't
get
even make close to the
I know,
level.
but eventually they'll get it right.
What do you mean?
So they
What's
say.
eventually though? Eventually is what? How many years from now?
Well, it's interesting. We talk about college degrees, and one of my wife's uncles knows a bit about the place in Arizona. The issue is there are just not enough qualified people with engineering degrees in America to fill these roles, and everybody they bring is Taiwanese, but you hit a certain point and there's security clearances that they can't get through. So there are like fantastic jobs out there waiting for people. It's just not.
That is a part of it, but that's not the only reason. In order for one of these chips to be made, there's this like interconnect. We were talking to Fareed Zakaria.
Shanna?
Yeah, on the pod. He came on the pod. It was fascinating. But he was like, in order for one of these chips to be made, there is like an intercontinental, multi-nation cooperation of what's going on, right? So it's like a Dutch company that's printing them in these factories. They're like 10 different countries, maybe even more, all have to create these different little components to make it happen. Let's say China seized those factories. The rest of the countries that have integral parts to this supply chain would just stop supporting them. So it would do nothing. So
Would they though?
Yeah, they already do it right now. The country is called like TMSA or something.
TMSC.
Yeah, and America says you can't sell to China. They go, okay. And like his argument for this was, this is why the tariff strategy is bad, because what America has been able to do is embrace the future by outsourcing important parts, crucial parts to other countries that are our allies. Unfortunately, we've outsourced some that are our adversaries, and that's very dangerous, and we need to stop that. We need to subsidize it in America. But outsourcing certain things to your allies isn't bad. It's only bad when you start disrupting those relationships with the way that this tariff process has gone. I thought that was a really coherent criticism of the way that tariffing has been handled.
When's that coming out? I ain't see that episode.
That will be out next week.
Okay. Got you.
This episode has been brought to you by Blue Chew. Okay? Same active ingredients inside Viagra or Cialis, okay? But if you really want to get it bricky, okay? If you really want to get it hard for summer, you got to chew it up and chew it out. Simple as that, okay? Best dick you've ever delivered in your life. And you're going to get your first month free. All you got to do is go to BlueChew.com, use the promo code IDIOTS, and pay $5 shipping. That's BlueChew.com. Use the promo code IDIOTS, pay $5 shipping. You are welcome.
Listen, man, it's been a very interesting time. What do you think about the Epstein list not coming out?
Yo, we owe Epstein an apology, man. We owe Epstein an apology. We owe Ghislaine an apology, man.
Epstein is dead. Oh, an apology for what?
I mean, he was obviously wrongly convicted.
Get the fuck out.
What?
Yes, he killed himself because he was wrongly convicted and there was
Yeah.
no evidence against him.
Can you
He was about to
imagine
be
the pain?
acquitted. So he's like, you know what? Gotta kill myself.
Can you imagine the pain and scrutiny that you must live under for the world to think that you're a pedophile?
Here's the thing. I'm not even going to debate about whether or not he killed himself. I think that's like a silly argument because I don't know if it's true or not. The thing that I will debate is you're not going to tell me an Epstein list didn't exist after y'all are the ones who told me it
Why are we
existed.
talking about this, man?
Yeah. He's a creep. Get over it.
Can we
What was
play
that
the clip?
dumb
Can we
shit Trump
play the
said?
clip?
He's a creep.
Van
Just get
Bondi
over
said
it.
that shit was on her desk.
Yep.
You know, and here's the thing. Here's the funny thing about
Epstein, this guy's been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep? That is unbelievable. Do you want to waste the time and do you feel like answering?
I don't mind answering.
I mean, I can't believe you're asking a question on Epstein at a time like this where we're having some of the greatest success and also tragedy with what happened in Texas. It just seems...
You can't believe we'd ask
like
a
a
question about
desperation, but
Epstein
you
when
go
you
ahead.
just
Can I
came
play
out.
another clip that reminded me of? Does this
yeah.
not seem like the exact same
People who
clip?
say you're only interested in the Middle East for oil.
What? Huh? Oil? Who said something about oil, bitch? You cooking?
Hey guys, do y'all want to know? Y'all want to know why the Epstein list didn't come out?
Yes.
Mutually assured destruction.
Yes.
Everybody stop lying to your fucking self. I know it sounds good to say, hey, the president is on this list, Donald Trump is on this list. He might be. But I know I saw the flight logs. On the flight logs, there was a lot of elected officials from Israel. There was Bill Clinton. You know what I'm saying?
Royal family?
The royal family, Prince Andrew.
They all got to go down then.
Elite
But that's why it didn't come out.
educators at elite institutions.
Let's go.
That's why it didn't come out. You got too many powerful
Too
people on
many.
that list.
Too many.
Mutually assured destruction. So whoever was in office was going to have to deal with that.
This is the Kennedy assassination again. They're just going to lie to the American people about how it happened, and then we basically just got to sit here and take it, which is bullshit.
You're out of your mind if you think a Democratic administration would have put that list out.
This is what I don't
If
understand.
Biden had one again or Kamala would have won, that list was not coming out.
And
Mutually
they had it for
assured
four.
destruction.
They had it for 4 years during Biden's term. Keep that in mind. They had all this
But
information.
he ran on it.
No. We're going to get to that in a second because I really want to talk about that.
Why
But
do you
they
think
had-
Biden never used it against Trump?
Exactly.
If I
Because
use it against Trump, then I got to out a bunch of my guys.
Exactly. And the reality is, and I don't know, but this is what it seems like. It seems like the U.S. intelligence apparatus, i.e. the CIA, the FBI, was in on it. And in order to out this list, in order to out the blackmail operation, they would be outing themselves for running a child sex ring to incriminate and
Hold on, I ain't heard this one. This is a good one.
to incriminate and compromise powerful figures in our country. Bare minimum, the U.S., probably the U.S. and Israel.
So you think this list was used for purposes to keep people in line?
Of course,
The honeypot.
these honeypot traps. But is America ready to acknowledge that with taxpayer dollars, their intelligence community, the FBI, the CIA, the NSA, all these things, paid for and ran a child fucking campaign to compromise people with power and influence?
Damn.
We definitely do it in other countries. That's no question. I just don't know if we would run that in our own country.
So are they
so
real
here's-
kids or like midgets that are like look like? And I'm serious.
No, they're
Are they
real
like
kids.
undercover midgets that are
They're
adults.
real kids. They came out. The kids have came out. And then Kash Patel went on Rogan and he said, we don't want to re-victimize the women. The women are begging for justice. You don't have to re-victimize them. They're asking you for justice, which you will not give them.
Because it's mutually assured destruction. The reason Joe Biden never used the Epstein list against Trump because he got people that's on the list. You'll have to ruin the legacy of people that you love and care about.
You got to burn it all down. So, or there's another.
Chris, you know that.
I'm not saying they're not on the list.
There's no question Mossad is involved.
Right. I would just say I would throw those people under the bus to be able to take out Trump if I'm them.
So here's the thing.
But you might take out yourself.
No, you can't. You can't.
understand? But no.
I don't think he's realizing. It's so entrenched, Chris. Listen, Ehud Barak, the former prime minister of Israel, Bill Clinton, the president of the United States of America. Like, you can't just be like, oh yeah, Epstein did it with
That's right.
did it with Trump. And then once you say Epstein did it with Trump, you're acknowledging that there was a blackmail ring and that he was the leader of the blackmail ring. What they've done now is said there was no such thing, and he was just procuring thousands of girls for him, even though he was Lex Wessner gave him power of attorney over his whole finances and gave him the most expensive housing unit in New York City for no reason. That Leon Black gave him $170 million for tax advice. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You're insulting our intelligence to act like there was not some form of, I don't even know if you want to call it blackmail, but organized operation here that was using children and the abuse and the sexual assault of children that our intelligence agencies were involved in. Alex Acosta, we all know Alex Acosta. You know who he is? He was the district attorney in Palm Beach, and then later was going to be the labor secretary before they kicked him to the side, said when they asked him, I believe it was in the Senate hearing, when he gave Epstein that sweetheart deal, he said, I was told he was with intelligence. That's all we really need to know. So what intelligence? Why would he say with intelligence? Like, to me, that means it has to be American intelligence, because if he was with foreign intelligence, then you would go, well, fucking clip him. He's with foreign intelligence. Why is there a spy network?
Foreign intelligence is black.
Wait, he say that. Say this right now.
Unless that foreign intelligence has something on us, and
that's what I was
the
going to say.
same foreign intelligence is the reason why all the Democratic primary candidates are saying their first trip is going to go to a certain place.
Well, guys, now we're trafficking.
I love your theory, but what would be the point of that theory if you're not going to actually catch the mice once they get in the trap?
Well, you just perpetually have power over them.
Oh yeah, you don't want to catch them.
Interesting.
So there's another theory that
you got to think about the Russians too, though, because this is their go-to move. If you're just talking strict like blackmail, entrapment, honeypots, obviously with Epstein you lean towards Mossad, but like there are a lot of people who traffic in this sort of stuff. I can see that,
and you know how you know that there's a lot of powerful people on this list? Because if I was Donald Trump and I'm the president, I'm just like, okay, if I'm on there, take me off, and then we're going to release this list. No, buddy. Too many powerful people. It would be mutually assured destruction.
Wouldn't it crush,
to put out the Epstein list?
Wouldn't it crush America? I mean, like, in my personal opinion, I think you need to destroy it to build back the faith. But I imagine a lot of these people, like, whoever they is, let's say it's the CIA, let's say it's the FBI, let's say they sit down with, and I'm talking about the permanent CIA and FBI, not the ones that you get this like figurehead that gets to pop in every administration and say they run it. I'm talking about the ones that are running it the whole time. Well, maybe they sit down with Trump and they sit down with Cash and they sit down with Bongino and they sit down with Bondi and they go, guys, here's the deal. If we announce that we were the ones were aware of this and running this, we are acknowledging that we ran a child sex trafficking ring within our country to compromise our own citizens. That information cannot get out to the American people if they are to have faith in our institutions. And if it does, everybody involved, maybe even the entirety of the institutions, has to get destroyed. That's the only way forward. You can't just have an FBI and CIA after that. Yeah, so are we ready to go without an FBI and CIA?
Yeah, but you're a person who actually cares about America. You're a person who's not compromised. And I think that's the sad part about a lot of these situations. What we're realizing is there's never going to be any draining of the swamp, y'all. Once you get in these positions, you are automatically compromised. It just is what it is.
So the thing I don't understand.
And if you do, and if you really do try to drain the swamp, bang, bang, bang. Straight, it's like straight like that.
Be missing more than a little piece of your ear. But the thing I don't understand is Epstein got arrested and murdered. I mean,
convicted
and committed suicide during Trump's first term. Trump, if let's say your theory is correct, and you can't divulge that he was intelligence and that will like erode the public's trust in the government, then why would Trump during his second term run on the fact that I'm going to give you guys all the documents.
But Trump
like,
runs
why
on
would you run
misdirection?
not just misdirection. Trump runs on everything. We were talking about this on vacation. I've said this a minute. Trump runs on everything. You can, and we did this on vacation to prove it. You can pull up a clip of Trump telling whatever you want to hear to you, no matter what it is. Name a subject. You can pull up a clip. Trump saying either or about it. He's either for it or against it in some way, shape, or form. Pull it up. Try it. It's a fun game to do at the house. I'm serious. Anything that he wants you to believe, he will tell you. And I've read books like The Art of the Deal, and you read things about Donald Trump. They all say that's part of his charm. They say he'll sit you down and tell you whatever it is you want to hear, and he'll find out what your thumb screw is, like what is your wildest dream, and tell you that he can make it happen.
But then why appoint people like Patel and Bondi, all these people?
Because they were never going to do anything.
I don't agree. I think
why would you do that?
I think he thought he was going to do something. I think he thought he was going to stop the foreign wars. I think he thought he was going to do a lot of shit, and then he realized how it really works. That's what I think.
I mean,
I'll agree on the war, yes. On the
credit on Israel and Gaza.
What?
So far? The ceasefire?
Is there one?
I thought it's not.
And then they blow up a building the next day. There's a ceasefire. It's like they do.
Okay.
Bibi's playing Trump like a fiddle. Bro.
Fiddle.
And by the way, this is the problem that I have with all of this.
It's sad. It's sad. And he just fluffs his ego, right? Like he literally.
I think he does deserve the Peace Prize. Let's seriously.
No, but my point is like,
you need a recommendation for college or something for your kid. What's going on? What's happening? What's going on?
No, like
he's being sarcastic.
Bibi would do whatever the fuck he wants, and then make Trump look like an absolute fucking retard.
But why does nobody call out Bibi? Why do people say Israel?
Hey, what are you, an anti-Semite?
Huh?
What are you being anti-Semitic right now?
But why do people say Israel? Why don't they say Bibi? Because before
whoa! What are you being anti? Hey,
I feel like it's more anti-Semitic to say Israel.
Charlamagne, you better be real Semitic right now so that you can wipe away the
I don't know
anti.
what y'all talking about?
Can't say either.
You can't say Bibi. Before October 7th, Bibi was public enemy number one.
Anti-Semitic.
They were going to send this guy to jail for corruption.
Yes.
They were protesting him for years.
Yes.
In
Anti-Semitic.
Israel. How?
No, listen.
Whatever.
You open your mouth. You're anti-Semitic.
Charles just opened his mouth. Somebody label him anti-Semitic right now. What the hell?
No, this is the problem. I think we've discussed this on this part, but like the problem with calling a lot of things, there's so much anti-Semitism out there. It's actually just like really fucking sad. And everybody thinks I'm Jewish, so I get a lot of it. So I can prove to you right now there's a lot. It's not just, Jews like making shit up. There's a lot of it out there. But the problem with calling normal questioning anti-Semitic is that it silences people. Because people are like, I don't want to be called anti-Semitic. I don't want people to think I hate Jews. I have friends that are Jews. I love Jews. I don't want them to think, so I'm not going to say anything. And then what happens is the only people who are willing to talk about it still are the most extreme voices who don't care if you call them anti-Semitic because they are anti-Semitic. So what happens is the most extreme hateful voices control the discourse. When if you didn't bully people or call them hateful for asking simple questions that we all have, you would have a much more calm and tolerable discourse that would not end up in all this like crazy anti-Semitism that you now see on the
Before
internet.
October 7th, every Jewish person I knew damn near didn't like Netanyahu. I don't think they still like him.
None of them like him, but they feel very
scared.
They're scared to acknowledge that they don't like him because they feel like it will be they're adding fuel to the anti-Israel sentiment in the same way that like there are things that happen in the black community that I imagine black people shun. But it is probably more difficult, I would imagine, for you guys to talk about that publicly because then Fox News grabs a clip and goes, see, even Charlamagne says black people better act better.
Oh, yeah, they did that to me. They do that to me when it comes to even criticizing the Democrats.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, like, I think that they're in the very same way that you guys are concerned about how your opinions will be used against you. I'm sure they're feeling a very similar thing.
I get it.
Well, that's why Jews have to stand up and say this is out of control.
I agree.
Which is why I'm saying
say what is out of control. Netanyahu.
What did I
Say
text? What did I
Bibi is out of
text
control.
you during the whole Iran thing when we were talking about regime change in Iran? I was like, yeah, we need regime change in Iran.
You were like, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Yeah,
I don't even know what that means. What's that mean? I texted you. I said, yeah, in Israel too. Like,
Yes,
like,
yes, absolutely.
let's be real.
Because
Like,
Bibi's been there for 30, 40
he's leading the
years?
country down a terrible path right now. I don't know
He
if you
doesn't
can.
even have popular sentiment. I
Yeah,
think only
like,
30% of the
get
country.
somebody-
They
votes
were
for the party,
protesting him. He was going to jail for corruption.
Yes.
Why do we forget that?
But now you're in a war, and so
And then when you're in a war, everybody supports the leader, and it's
Big beautiful bill. Thoughts?
I always get these DMs or comments. They're like, when Trump does something, they're like, "So this is the guy that you voted for?" And it's like, no, actually, I didn't vote for expanding the budget. I didn't vote for a continuous form. This is the exact opposite of the things that people voted for. So yeah, it's horrible. All that shit is horrible.
His campaign worked.
Yeah, and yeah,
It is what it is.
He's a salesman.
So,
He's a salesman.
Yes.
Well, here's the thing. They're all salesmen. This is the thing that I think that we have to take accountability for as people. We have very little flexibility with our ideals when it comes to the status quo and the institutions, right? So like the Democratic Party that was just the institutional Democrats, the Bidens, the Kamalas, right? We knew that they weren't going to make much change. So when you want change, you have way more flexibility for what you perceive to be as the outsider. Mamdani is a perfect example of this. Nobody knows how Mamdani is going to do any of this shit. They don't understand the economics of development in the city. Neither does the Mamdani party, clearly.
Yeah.
Right? But because you just need something to be different, you're willing to take a risk on different. And I think that's what happened with Trump. It was like, you're so exhausted of the Democrats not even giving us the freedom of choice that you're like, we need something else to right this ship.
I'll say this. Boy, damn near everything Trump said he was going to do. Because a lot of it, like I said, he double talks. So he did say he was going to do a lot of this stuff, and he's doing it. I mean, does he not get his way? I have a conspiracy theory about the big, beautiful bill.
Talk to me.
Let's go.
Everybody says the big, beautiful bill is political suicide for a party, right?
No, I don't think so. Well, anyway, go on.
Because of how it's going to destroy the working class, cutting all of the Medicare,
Yep.
the food, the SNAP benefits, things like that, right? If you are a party that knows this could be political suicide and you decide to pass it anyway, what does that tell you about future elections? That tells me the fight is fixed. They don't give a fuck. Whatever you going to do in 2026, we going to win regardless. Whatever you going to do in 2028, we going to win regardless. If Trump's alive, he's running again in 2028.
Meaning the Republicans don't care.
No.
It helps when you have a private army.
And Chris said that to me today, and I was like, "Oh
What does
shit!"
that mean?
Explain it, Chris.
I mean, have you looked what ICE is getting under the big, beautiful bill?
What are they getting?
Over $100 billion. I mean, the $45 billion specifically to detainment camps. I mean, think about that number.
I mean, he has stopped illegal immigration.
Okay, but think about 45.
It's like zero coming across the border now.
But $45 billion to build camps. I mean, think about that number.
Yo, give me $1 billion, man. Like, I hate hearing these numbers and nobody gives me $1 billion.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? Like, give me
I'm
$1 billion.
I'm tired of getting accused of selling out.
Yo,
Show me a fucking number.
it's $1 billion.
All right, but
sick of
think
this
about,
shit.
seriously though, think about $45 billion alone.
Yo, give
To
me
building
$1
camps.
billion, bro.
That's
You
not-
won't even
So, hold on.
notice.
So what is the connection with ICE? What do you?
I'm saying he just
It's deportation camps. Is what you're saying?
he just created an army that answers to him.
Come on, stop it.
So this is
I'm not stopping
So
it.
are you
It's
saying
real.
this is his version of the SS?
That's his version of the SS,
Oh
man.
God, Chris,
Oh,
such a fucking.
shit.
This is where you
Oh shit!
you just lose all credibility when you say this.
Hey.
So
I would love to be wrong.
So hold on, did ICE get the money or did the camps get them? Did they?
ICE gets all the money, and some of it's distributed to that, some of it's distributed to state needs.
yo,
but they
send Chris back to Taiwan, man.
let's go. Get me the flight.
Send Chris back to Taiwan on a boat.
But-
Send
but-
that motherfucker back on a
but-
boat.
Taiwan and Israel.
When I need that oxygen,
Taiwan
just a
and
little
Israel.
bit.
Taiwan or Israel, Chris?
Taiwan and Israel.
What?
Taiwan and Israel. Which
That's a
one?
tough choice, man, because the food's better in Taiwan, but like the heat is impossible in the summer. I'm gonna go Israel.
I don't know. That's just my theory. Though. I don't
Food's
have
a lot
nothing else.
better.
I just feel like if you pass something that
What would need $45 billion for camps? Just think about that number, $45 billion. That's not just
Let me get $1 billion, bro. Stop fucking being greedy.
So Charlotte,
Let me, you know what I really want before you say something, Alex? Yo, let me choose who goes to the camps. I think y'all sending the wrong people to these camps. No, I'm serious. There are some great people that y'all are probably gonna send to these camps. I got some people that I can send to these camps right now. Oh my God, I got a list of YouTubers right now ready to go. Okay, all right. We already got Trump to demonetize a lot of these reaction videos. We'll talk about that later on. Go ahead, Alex. Okay, go ahead. What you say, Alex?
I think they're not thinking that far because they were thinking, the politicians who voted for the bill, because they're thinking in the immediate, and Trump threatened all of them, hey, we're going to primary you if you don't vote for it.
I don't know, bro.
Yeah. Like, if you're thinking of it.
Here's the thing. I'm not surprised about Republicans voting for the bill because Republicans always fall in line with each other. I thought that shit that they was doing when you had a couple of Republicans last week saying, I'm not voting for the bill, I thought that was just all for show. I really did. I didn't think any of that was real. I'm like, yo, Republicans are going to fall in line with the bill. Yeah. So for me, it's just like, yo, if y'all say this is political suicide.
No, it's not. His base loves him so much, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, but you're fucking up your base. Like those MAGA people in those red states are going to be the ones that are impacted.
But they got to feel it. They got to feel it.
Oh, they will. But the only thing is they pushed it back to where they're really not going to feel it till like 2030. Exactly. And whoever's in power then is who's going to get the blame.
But think about how much money is going to trickle down before then, man.
Yo, your sarcasm.
Chris, you gotta stop because nobody believes you.
I got buckets. I got buckets on my roof.
I know.
I got buckets on my roof for all this trickle down money. It's gonna be fucking
there we go.
Amazing.
There we go.
It's gonna trickle down. You're gonna be able to shower in the shit.
Can you imagine Chris on his shingled roof in an all black outfit and them socks that have the big toe sticking out?
Yeah. just catching trickle down money.
To our point that we was talking about earlier, this pisses me off. $45 billion for ICE's detention system. Y'all got $45 billion just to build
billion,
camps?
bro. Let me get $1 billion. Why can't I get $1 billion?
Why can't the poor and disenfranchised get $1 billion?
Oh yeah, and also that.
Why can't healthcare? If you cutting Medicaid but giving $45 billion to detention
let me get
centers,
$1 billion, man.
put that money into the healthcare system and give everybody free fucking healthcare.
I can't get $1 billion.
$30 billion for ICE's arrest and deportation efforts.
We need every dollar of that, man.
You're telling me I can't get $1 billion, bro? $1 billion. It's one of them. Not even more than one.
By the way, you're gonna need it the way the country is going because
he's not. He got a tax cut. He's good.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, it's not.
Oh, I got a tax cut?
Yeah.
How much did I get?
Well, it's continuations of the current one.
I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not gonna be fun living in a country.
Yo, my bad. Trump.
Where everybody, where everybody knows you got it and they don't.
True. But
we don't remember I said this. It's not gonna be fun living in a country where everybody knows you got it and they don't. I think about my people in LA during the wildfires. There was a community, I'm not gonna say the community name, but it's a lot of wealthy people there. They hired private security just to be in their area to keep people from running up in the houses and looting and all types of shit.
They hired private water too.
You see what Duval doing at Camp Duval?
Yeah.
That motherfucker has built him some shit to get the fuck away from everybody.
Yep. One way in, one way out on Camp Duval.
And I'm telling you, it's really gonna come to that, man. It's gonna really come to that.
To what Chris was saying, like how many times are they gonna try this play of the trickle-down economics and it never helps the economy? Like they try this thing all the time and it never helps. Why do we keep falling for the same play?
To Chris's point earlier, we just need something different. Like this shit that we're doing is not working. But the funny thing is we have all the resources to make it work. People just don't give a fuck about the poor.
It's not people, it's politicians.
No, it ain't just politicians, it's people.
No,
when the last time you gave somebody some money to a homeless person?
No, I'm saying, actually, I do when I have money on me. I just usually don't have money. I swear to God, I'm not even capping.
Let's just think about how often we walk past homeless people, don't give a flying fuck.
They don't got cash out.
You see the mentally ill guy with no shirt on, barefoot, screaming like Kanye on the train, and you like, oh shit, and you try to get away from him. Nobody's trying to assist those individuals. I'm an ambassador for the food bank. I'll be in the food. You can catch me in a couple of weeks in the food bank, handing out food, making donations. Like I try to do my part when it comes to stuff like that. Most people don't give a fuck about the poor, yo.
Yeah, but the majority, both parties were against this bill. And they still
voted
through.
I don't believe that. If you're against something, you vote against it.
No.
I don't care what your language is. You can tell me anything. That vote proves what you're for. Don't tell me you're against the bill if you voted for it. I don't believe none of those Republicans. None of them.
Yeah, but Trump is like, if you don't vote for it, I'm going to primary you.
So then that's life. Stop being pussy.
I agree.
Okay, you're going to primary. All right, run a better campaign so someone can't primary you. Why aren't they primarying Bernie?
It's that simple.
You can spend all the money you want up there in Vermont. You're not going to get them out of here.
Hey, that's
They're
easier.
pussy.
Yeah,
They're
they
pussy.
are pussy. Definitely.
Yeah, so we got to call them pussy.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
It's that simple.
Because it was that
Ted
one.
Cruz, pussy.
It was that one Republican who was like, "I'm not voting for this shit," and then he said, "I'm not running
Pussy.
again because he knows he's going to
Pussy.
get."
Oh, North Carolina.
Yeah.
I
It was,
forgot the
it was
guys.
a couple of
Don't
them.
run again. Run again and prove that you cannot vote for it. Run again and win, and then other people will have the courage to do that.
Or vote against it and retire.
That's what he did.
Be a hero.
That's what he did. He literally said, "Oh, I'm not going to run again because I can't vote for this bill."
Damn.
That's crazy.
I think I did see that.
Tiller.
Yeah, Taylor. Yeah.
I thought it was fucking Diller.
Come on, Sean. You know, he was away for a while. It was okay.
Let's make some. I said filler. I thought it was filler.
Guys, thanks again to Sodomai. Sodomai is supporting this week's episode. Almost got you. Almost got you.
That happened.
Guys, thanks again to Squarespace for supporting this week's episode of the podcast. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform designed to help you stand out and succeed online. Whether you're just starting out or scaling your business, Squarespace gives you everything you need to claim your domain, showcase your offerings with professional website, grow your brand, and get paid all in one place. Get discovered fast with integrated Squarespace SEO tools. Every website is optimized to be indexed with meta descriptions, an auto-generated sitemap, and more, so you show up more often on search engines and bring in more of your ideal customers. Squarespace Domains makes it easy to find the best name of your business at one fair, all-inclusive price. No hidden fees or add-ons required. Every Squarespace domain comes with advanced privacy and security tools included to ensure your domain remains online and protected. Plus, Squarespace provides everything you need to bring more of your dream to life, whether that means a website or adding professional email service. Don't wait to claim your name. Invest in your dream domain today. Head to squarespace.com for a free trial. When you're ready to launch, go to use the offer code IDIOTS to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. That's offer code IDIOTS at squarespace.com to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
And this episode of Brilliant Idiots is also brought to you by Chime. Man, salute to you, Chime. We really appreciate, just everything you've done for the Brilliant Idiots podcast, man. And I know that a lot of y'all have headaches when it comes to trying to make progress with your finances, all right? It could be overdraft fees. It could be missed payments. It could be wishing you had ways to save more. Chime understands that every dollar counts. That's why when you set up direct deposit through Chime, you get access to fee-free features like free overdraft coverage, getting paid up to 2 days early with direct deposit, and more. Learn more at chime.com/idiots, okay? Chime is banking done right. Open a checking account with no monthly fees and no maintenance fees with qualifying direct deposits. You're eligible for free overdraft up to $200 on debit card purchases and cash withdrawals. To date, Chime has spotted members over $30 billion, not to mention access to over 50,000 fee-free ATMs, more than the top 3 national banks combined. Work on your financial goals through Chime today. Open an account in 2 minutes at chime.com/idiots. That's chime.com/idiots. Let's get back to the show. Church announcement, Schultz. First of all, congratulations. Got cast in Street Fighter.
Oh, thank you, my G. Thank you.
You're playing, what's the character you're playing?
Dan Hibiki.
Dan Hibiki.
So he came out in a later game in Street Fighter Alpha, but he's fire. Like, basically what happened was there was a game that ripped off Street Fighter. Mm-hmm. So they made this character to make fun of that game. So the character is shitty. Like, his Hadouken doesn't really go far. He barely jumps up on the Shoryuken, the uppercut shit. Like, he's a comical character that they made. He's in a pink gi. So he's kind of been like this funny character. Mm-hmm. So
it's perfect casting.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not playing like everybody's like, yo, you gotta bulk up and get crazy for the movie. It's like, no. Like he's funny. Like he's supposed to be. He's like arrogant without being good. I don't know why they would cast me.
I saw Esquire say, just sound like typecasting. It's like Esquire says, well, you are good though. So that's not typecasting. But Esquire says the cast is so damn weird that it just might work. I look at the cast and I'm like, you got Jason Momoa, you got Cody Rhodes, you got Roman Reigns, you got 50 Cent, you got Andrew Schultz. That shit sound like a hit to me.
No, it's cool.
Like, what the fuck?
I think that was their way of complimenting it. Like there were so many obscure, different people from all around. I'm hyped. I just got to to be in Australia for 6 fucking weeks or 2 months, so it's a little annoying.
You don't think this is what's weird to me.
Yeah.
Esquire looks at Street Fighter.
Yeah.
It's fucking monsters and you know what I'm saying? Like it's, the characters in Street Fighter are weird.
Yes.
How is casting regular humans weird for a cast of characters?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
Probably
How
more.
are y'all weirder?
I think they're just saying it's eclectic. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
Like
like,
I'm saying Blanca.
Oh, that's Momoa.
How was Momoa playing Blanca weird? Blanca was never thought of as handsome. Now all of a sudden, Blanca's a fucking sex symbol.
Yo, 50 Cent is Balrog.
You know,
Fire.
that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't wait to watch it. What else? What other church announcements you got? I want to shout out Mandy and Weezy.
Yes.
No Holds Barred.
I saw you on their pod.
I did do their pod.
Yeah.
Oh no, they did Burn Idiots. They did Idiots last
Breakfast
week.
Club.
They did Breakfast Club.
I saw you guys
they
in a
did both.
studio.
Yeah,
That's when you was gone. We did Idiots.
Oh, but it was at WTF.
WTF.
Ah, okay, yeah.
You know, Mandy and Weezy, I was on the beach in Anguilla. I was at Tasty's Beach Shack in Anguilla. Salute to everybody at Tasty's. I'm 3, 4, rum punches in. And, I never had my phone on me, but it was in my wife's bag. And something told me to get my phone. And I picked up my phone in the middle of the conversation and I go, oh, shit. And they like, what? I'm like, Mandy and Weezy made the New York Times bestsellers list.
No way.
Yes.
Let's
They
go.
debuted at number 7 in the advice column. Let me tell you how tough the advice column is. Mel Robbins' Let Them Theory is number 1. Mel's selling, I've never seen in my lifetime, I've never seen the Bible's the last book I've seen sell like the Let Them Theory, right? Fucking Atomic Habits, which has been out
Forever.
was
Yeah.
number 2. And they're number 7 in the advice column for No Holds Barred.
Get after
a
it,
dual
girl.
manifesto of sexual exploration and power. The reason that means so much to me, I mean, number 1, it's on my book imprint, Black Privilege Publishing. But Mandy and Weezy, they didn't do any so-called mainstream press.
They have just a
No
core
late night
audience.
shows, no daytime shows, none of the talk shows. They did Breakfast Club. Everything else was just the power of podcasts, the power of the Horror Hive. And the Horror Hive showed up and they debuted at number 7 with No Holds Barred. So salute to Mandy and Weezy, New York Times best-selling authors. I still to this day don't know how people make the New York Times bestsellers list, Chris. I have no fucking idea. That's why when it happens, it's like, oh shit. And that's why when it happens, you are a New York Times bestseller forever. Forever. Because it's not just based on sales.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is, Chris? I still don't. Nobody fucking knows how you make the New York Times bestsellers list. You can sell a shitload of books and not make the list.
Oh, really?
Bro, I have no idea what it is. I really don't. But Mandy and Weezy made it, so salute to them. And also, I want to tell y'all, I will be, this probably will come out tomorrow maybe, but I'll be at Midtown Comics tomorrow signing copies of
Oh, shit.
my new comic
Oh,
book,
shit.
Wow.
Illuminati.
Illuminati.
And we'll have the graphic novels out there
Who's
too.
this white girl?
Well, that's a variant cover. That's the DMX Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood hip hop variant cover. But this is
Who's the white girl? What's the character's name? The white girl, the star.
Lily. She's not white.
Does she look like Nicki Minaj?
She look like Nicki.
She's a
Minaj.
minority at least.
Minority.
Yeah.
But the
Yo,
black
she got some fat jugs.
man, shut up, man. Salute to
does.
Dennis. Salute to my guy Dennis Cohen, man. He'll be with me tomorrow. At,
He drew that?
He drew those.
That guy's horny. That guy's a horny incel.
Salute to
Yo,
Dennis Cohen.
Your man, this guy has not seen pussy in decades. Let me tell you.
Just put it down.
Nah, with all due respect, you gotta go buy this, guys, because this is perfect masturbation
Look at
material.
it, show it.
I am. Let
Listen.
me tell you what I'm doing.
I'm gonna tell you what we did that was good. We did a Kickstarter for that.
Oh,
And the Kickstarter did very well.
oh my
So
god!
a lot of people pre-ordered this before
It's
it came
more
out.
titties.
I can't
Look
show
at them
this.
sitting.
I can't show this.
Yo, they're
gotta blur it.
sitting while you're.
You can't show that even if it's a cartoon?
I don't think so.
No, you can because they're perfectly covered. But you know how titties usually fold into themselves when the girl's laying on her back? Yeah. These titties are sitting
Man,
up proper.
if you're gonna create,
Wow. Hold
draw
on.
the perfect pair of tits.
Holy
But
shit.
Midtown Comics, I'll be there tomorrow.
Oh my God.
What?
Look at hers.
That's the same person, crazy.
Oh.
This may or may not be based on a true story. Yes.
Ooh.
Wait a minute, he drew this?
Yes, he did.
Oh my God.
And listen, this is better. I'm not gonna say it's better than the Diddy trial because, but I will say it may or may not be based on a true story.
So what story may or may not be based on?
Any story you've ever heard about the Illuminati in the industry ever, especially things surrounding the Black Illuminati.
Got it.
So it may or may not be based on a true story. But Midtown Comics, 5 p.m.
Oh,
Go to your local
shit.
comic book stores, pick up Illuminati.
Oh, she's
Basically
getting
based
piped.
on your life then.
I'm not in the Illuminati.
Yes, you are. I know.
Why do y'all want me to be in the
I
Illuminati?
know you
You're
are.
also talking about Illuminati when we got fat jugs.
Y'all want me to be what do you call it, a bull so bad?
What's that?
What do you call it? A bull? A young bull? What is it?
Could have called.
Boule. That's what it is. Boule.
What's a boule?
I don't fucking know.
That's the Black Illuminati that Charlamagne's in, that he's pretending not to know the name of.
I mean,
but,
that's the first rule of Boule.
This
Yeah,
girl.
exactly.
This
Listen,
Yo,
things we missed while
Dennis. Yo, Dennis
Dennis
Cohen.
is a beast. Dennis Cohen. Salute to Dennis Cohen.
I need to get inside his brain.
He'll be at Midtown Comics with me tomorrow. Come holler at me on the
No,
drum.
but just to think of tits like that.
Shut up.
Just to have in your head, like my brain couldn't even think of tits that perfect. I need to, oh my God.
Hey. Available in your local comic book store.
Y'all gotta get this just for the spank.
Illuminati Volume 1.
You gotta get this for the spank. Bare minimum for the spank. Just peel through it for the spank. And then unfortunately, you come across that picture, make sure you stop the spank before you get across that.
Man, that's so crazy. I didn't know that was in there.
Yeah, that's in there.
I only read the digital copies. This is my first physical copy.
Oh, and then they let you do the pencil spank too. The pencil spank is crazy because you got to
Because
fill in
you
the
might
color
be a
yourself.
minority. Exactly.
Yep.
What if you like She-Hulk? Color that thing green.
Color it green.
Wonk, wonk.
Turn it white.
Listen, things we missed while we were away. The Diddy verdict.
Oh yes.
Oh, they got feet too. Look. They know what I like because episode 2 or book 2 that's coming out got feet.
Well, that's Ice Cube death certificate cover. We got hip hop variant covers. This is the original cover.
Is
right
that a
here.
man's feet or a woman's feet?
That's a woman. This is the original cover. Right?
It's stupid, bro.
You got tits on the original cover too. Don't see? Look, right there.
Let me see those.
That's the hard cover.
I love it. Yeah, it is.
Go pick up
Damn,
Illuminati,
bro.
man.
Yo, Dennis Cohen, you could draw some tits, man. That's a talent, B. That is a talent. Not many people could draw tits like you. That is talent.
Shut up,
I'm
man.
telling y'all, if honestly, I mean this sincerely, you're crazy if you don't get this for a bare minimum to spank. This is elite.
Listen, it may or may not be based on real titties. Okay, so make sure you pick it up.
Wait a minute, is this all the books in one? So this is all the
That's the
different
graphic novel. Yes.
So
yes,
it's
yes.
all them.
If you ordered on the Kickstarter, yes.
So you get the whole basically first collection.
Yes, absolutely.
Y'all, I think that we need to like sit back for 1 second and just have like a full circle moment here because Charlamagne the God, he doesn't like to celebrate himself, but I would just like to say that he has been a comic book nerd for as long as I've known him.
My whole life.
Okay. I remember when you first did the collaboration with Marvel?
Yep.
Do you remember that?
Yep.
That was like, he was so excited, so giddy. Like, think about this. We do things in our life that are like these big achievements. Yes, you have nationally or internationally a syndicated show and all these other things that are very exciting. But when you get to fulfill childhood, not even dreams, like I don't even know if you dream of being a comic book proprietor as a kid, but when you get to do those those childhood aspirations, that's fucking cool.
When I was a kid, I used to literally take comic book characters and make them black.
Oh,
I'm not
now-
even joking.
and
I
now-
would take Captain America and be like Captain Africa. I would make Wolverine black. I would do that all the time. And then I discovered black superheroes that I loved. But I mean, I just love comic books, period. And it's just like, yeah, to be actually in a position, salute to AWA Studios, to where we're actually making comic books. You're right. Like,
Let's go.
I'm living my dream.
Let's go.
I only stay in my lane. I like
Let's
to read
go.
books, so I got a book imprint. I love podcasting, I got a podcast network. I love comic books, so I would create comic books. And we just take all this IP and then turn them into films later.
Hey.
And TV shows. That's
Hey,
it.
salute. I think we got to give you
Thank you,
flowers
my
right there.
brother.
I think that's very cool
man.
because
Thank you.
I know how much this means to you. Means is quick. I know how cool this is
Means
for you.
it doesn't mean
Yeah.
a lot though. It's an intro like, oh shit, like I'm gonna be at Midtown Comics.
Yeah, dude, this
I
is
used
not
to
like-
when I used to be
Yeah.
working with Wendy, I used to come from Penn Station, And then before work, walk the Midtown Comics just because it's such a legendary thing in New York City.
Charlamagne, you've had like 5 of your own TV shows. You're bragging right now that you get to go to Midtown Comics, a tiny little, barely air-conditioned comic store.
I love it.
But it's like the shit that means a lot to you as a kid will never be replaced by anything else.
Never. And they're like, yo, it's good. It's going to be, it's so, almost sold out for tomorrow. I'm like, I should be. It's 150 people. But that's a lot of people buying fucking comic books.
Yes.
You know what I mean? To be in the comic book store.
That's just fire, dude.
Salute to Midtown Comics. Diddy verdict, what did you think?
Yo, we owe Diddy an apology, man.
No, we don't.
Wait, what?
No, we don't.
I thought we owe him an apology.
No, we don't.
What do you do? Have you heard the conspiracy around this, my boy?
Oh, talk to me.
Some people say that
he had a tape on somebody powerful.
Well, what if his boy was Clive Davis, right? Doesn't Clive Davis help him start Bad Boy Records?
Yeah, back in the day, yep.
Clive Davis is, some people would say, is an informant. You know, he got hemmed up for taxes like 3 times, never did any jail time, never really any punishments.
Really?
Yep.
You haven't heard this?
No, I never heard of it.
So some people might say he learned the game from Clive and that he's been a government informant this whole time. And that's why they put James Comey's daughter as the special prosecutor. James Comey was the guy who ran the FBI. So they put this, his daughter in there because she's part of the whole system. She goes out there, throws the case, and then Diddy gets off. That's what.
Well, but then why would they bring it in the first place?
Say again?
Why would they bring it in the first place?
Bring what?
The case against him.
And he's still
because
facing,
you got to close it.
He's still facing 20 years.
You got to close. You have an asset, so you got to let your asset get back out.
But he's still facing 20 years.
Yeah, still facing 20
years. And the prosecution is like, we want him to get the maximum sentence. Not saying that he will.
Mm-hmm. They dropped the charges.
No, they didn't. They dropped 3 of them. He was found guilty on 2.
Yeah, but they dropped a few even before it. And then they did an interesting thing. We were talking to a guy named Nick Bryan.
They dropped the biggest charges.
Yes.
Rico, he'd have did life, and I forgot the other 2 charges he would have did like a lot of time. The other 2 that he got, the transportation, which was probably the most obvious one, those I think are like 10 years apiece maximum.
Right, but they're saying that in some circumstances he could just get time served.
I don't believe that.
Do you think he's actually going to do the 20? I think we'll learn. I think we'll learn a lot when we see how long he actually does. If they go time served, then he's a government informant. If they don't go time served and they put him for 20, then they actually clipped him and they hand him up.
I think it says something that the judge didn't give him bond. Even after him being found not guilty on 3 charges, the fact that they're keeping him in there till October 3rd, which is the sentencing date, I think that says a lot. But you used the word just now, Schultz, and that word was learn.
Ooh.
What have people learned from this Diddy situation? Because everything you just said, Schultz, could be true. I don't freak
Allegedly, I just want to say allegedly.
It could be true, but I hear people saying things like the feds overcharged Diddy. Do I believe that? Yeah. Do I believe that they even got it right in court? I do. Even though I thought the prosecution in the beginning did a very good job presenting their case, I thought it was going to be very hard, and I said this on the podcast, it was going to be very hard to convince a jury that Diddy is anything more than a violent freak, right? But I want to ask y'all one simple question. Can you shake me down if I don't give you nothing to shake?
What do you
if you are somebody like Diddy, a black billionaire, and you know you're probably targeted every day, shouldn't you be disciplined? Shouldn't you be focused? Shouldn't there be things that you shouldn't be involving yourself in when you're on that level? Sure, feds can overcharge you, but I gave you something to charge me with.
So what I would say to that is that I think Tucker and Saga were having a conversation about this, and they were talking about our CIA and how people operate with impunity. When you're given the invisibility cloak, do you think that you would operate in society the exact same way that you operate now?
You said the invisibility?
Yes.
Who had the invisibility?
Let's say one had it. You had it. Like our behavior would be a little different, knowing we could never get caught.
Depends, though. Because let's be honest. If you're a powerful white man, the invisibility cloak works a little bit better. But when you're a powerful black billionaire like Diddy, it's more like peekaboo. You know what I'm saying? Like, we see you.
So maybe there's limitations, but what I'm saying is that, like, in the way that Whitey Bulger, right, who is a government informant for decades, like, he still did all his fuck shit because he knew that he was an informant, so the government was going to bail him out, right? So they could have access to whatever information they wanted. if you are an informant and you are working for the feds, you operate with impunity because you're like, yo, the feds are going to bail me out because I'm more valuable to them on the street. And I think that, like, not to bring it back to the Epstein thing, but there is a version of this Epstein thing where it's like, let's say, for example, the current administration, the current DOJ, Trump, whatever, this is like the best case scenario. Let's say they got access to, actually, I don't even believe it, what I'm about to say. I don't even believe what I'm about to say.
I think y'all give these entertainers too much power. Diddy was not a government informant. Diddy was a freaky ass billionaire who let power get to him to make him think he was invincible.
Right.
Not invisible, invincible. And I mean this I want us to learn from this in the fact that when you get in these positions of power, you have to move 100 times better than everybody else.
But the people that have the psychotic need for that power oftentimes have the type of disposition that does not allow them to move in that way.
You can't turn it off.
Well, guess what? Your talent will take you where your character can't sustain you.
Your character will take you where your talent can't sustain you.
No, your talent will take you where your character can't sustain you. So you can get to a certain level like he did for 30 plus years. But if you are that type of person who has vices like drugs, who, you know, is violent towards women, all of that shit will come back to catch you. Like, you cannot run from yourself.
We're going to see. He might get time served and he's back on the streets doing that same fuck shit.
But listen to what you just said. Sure, he'll never be the same Diddy again. Can Diddy live being on Delta first class?
Oh.
He's not going to be the same Diddy again.
He's going to be a MAGA preacher is my prediction.
A MAGA preacher?
That's his play.
A mega preacher.
No, MAGA.
MAGA.
No, MAGA. He's going to go
preacher?
far right. He's going to have a religious conversion, which wipes away your sins, because that's how it works with born-again Christianity. And then that...
By the way, I believe in that, though. I believe in him, you know, getting spiritual, getting into religion. We're not God. Only God can judge. I believe in, you know, forgiveness. I do believe in that. But to me, that's what he should be focused on. If you do get out, if you get time served or whatever, you shouldn't be focusing on nothing but doing the work on yourself, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. And I even hate when people say things like, oh, you know, well, white men get away with that shit. Diddy ain't white.
Yeah, but look at Weinstein. Weinstein didn't get away with it.
That's what I'm pointing. So if they doing that.
What white guys are getting away with
If
this?
Weinstein is in prison, if Epstein had to kill himself, if all of this shit is happening now in 2025, what the fuck makes you think you're going to get away?
Himself. I'm tired of this fucking, like, I don't even want to normalize that.
He did it. Like,
I don't think he did
kill himself. Like,
I don't know what the fuck happened.
But that they're going to make us normalize that shit. They're just going to keep talking about it. It's like he didn't fucking kill himself.
Well,
like,
we know.
stop it.
You really think Kash Patel would say that if it wasn't true, though? I have a hard time believing it. No, I'm serious. Like,
Epstein is dead. That we know.
Kash Patel, man, come on.
Epstein is dead.
Do we?
You don't think he's dead?
I mean, there was pictures that even showed the person that they were carrying out. They had different ears and all that
Hey,
stuff.
shut the fuck up,
I'm just saying, there's a lot
There's no video of his body being removed.
I thought they said there was a video. I thought Cash said on Joe Rogan there was a video.
The whole video that came out, you don't see the body coming up.
Really?
Why would they cut it off before that?
That
part?
motherfucker probably ain't even dead.
That's
He's
what I'm
out there
saying.
doing his fuck shit. Ghislaine is in the fucking prison in Vermont, whatever.
I think that's impossible in 2025. I think everybody, when they hear their name trending somewhere, they want to say something. Especially if everybody's calling you a fucking pedophile creep. You want to send a tweet from it. You think he's on Mars? If I'm on Mars, I'll let a tweet fly.
So he not on Mars, bro.
You don't think so?
He's at some rich compound in Colorado.
Yeah, I think he's
chilling.
dead. My point is, he ain't Diddy, and Diddy ain't Epstein. Diddy has never been as powerful as Epstein. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. I don't care how much money he had. I don't care how much videos he was in. I don't care how much Ciroc he sold. He never was as powerful as Epstein, and he never had the access that Epstein had.
But
Epstein was so powerful, they had to kill him.
Epstein wasn't powerful, though.
How not?
Epstein's handlers were powerful.
Yeah.
He was just a tool.
He's
like
a weapon.
He's
So why they not dead?
because they're the ones
power.
telling everybody that this was nothing and there was no blackmail.
Just Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell the only people?
They're just tools. Like Epstein and Ghislaine are tools. They're going to find some other tools. You need a freak. You need a freak like him to do these horrible things, and you need a freak like her to do these horrible
So you
things.
think it was more than just those two?
Of course.
They already know there was another, was it Kellen Brown or something? There was like another woman.
So
who
why
was
are they saying they're
carrying-
not bringing charges against nobody else? They said there's no evidence.
Why do you
These are
think?
real people with power, Charlotte?
Why do you think? What is the name of your fucking comic book again?
Illuminati. I'm
Yeah.
with you, but why just those two? If there's a bunch of other handlers, why not take all of them out?
You need a fall guy, and they
Oh.
got the fall guy.
Or they might have killed them.
Or they're dead already. They
We don't,
killed-
we don't even know who they are.
Epstein's a convicted pedophile, right? He's a
Yes.
convicted,
Yes.
a convicted pedophile. And Bill Gates is going to his apartment. In what world does Bill Gates, the most powerful person in tech, need anything from Epstein in his own
Have you ever
apartment?
seen Bill Gates walk in Diddy's mansions?
Has he?
No, that's my point. Epstein had
Well,
power
we don't know.
and access.
We don't know.
Well, yeah, no, Epstein absolutely had power and access, but like Diddy had power and access to different
Not
people.
to that level.
No. Sure. Not to that level, but that doesn't mean that he's still not guilty of the same thing.
Listen, I agree with you wholeheartedly. That's why my biggest thing with the Diddy verdict is,
You know-
what are people going to learn from this?
You know what they said with Epstein? They said the thousands of hours of child porn that they found was just regular child porn on the internet. It was not famous people.
Oh, he just like to
celebrities.
watch it.
That's what they're saying. They downloaded thousands of hours of just child porn. That's what was there. Are we really supposed to believe that he kept thousands of hours of child porn on a hard drive when he had his entire house wired professionally for audio and video?
Yeah.
What did he have it professionally wired for audio and video then, guys? What was recording then?
I mean, it's
Nothing?
Yeah. Why
Zero?
Why do they record their freak offs? Well, blackmail purposes, I
Yeah.
guess. Once again, my whole biggest thing with the Diddy situation is, what are you going to learn from this? Because everybody acts like it wasn't him and his poor choices that got him in this situation. They can't jam you up like this if you don't give them no goddamn jam.
All right. And another sad thing to learn is that women are probably not going to come forward because look what Cassie had to go through. And
No, they
he
ain't gonna
basically
do it.
looked like he got off.
No, that's never going to stop women from coming forward.
What?
No.
All right.
By the way, the only reason they didn't believe Cassie, people didn't believe Cassie, is because she got paid.
Nah, because she said in the text messages like, "Yo, you know I'm always down for
That
a free
ain't it. I promise you, if she hadn't got paid, she got $30 million from Puff, allegedly.
Yeah.
$10 million from this hotel. You think this country don't give a fuck about the poor? You know who they really don't give a fuck about?
Rich.
The rich.
Yeah.
So they look at this situation and they like, all right, you got peed on, somebody beat you up, but you came up 40
Listen,
million.
I didn't watch the whole case. All I've seen are the headlines and I've seen the text that came out. Cassie seemed very about that life when it came to these freak offs. So it's
Sort of 50-50. Like, there's text messages where she actually was like, you treat me like a rag doll. I'm not a piece of meat. I'm somebody's child. There's text messages where she was like, yo, I don't want to do this. Like, there are those, but nobody's going to pay that no attention because she got paid $14 million.
Yeah.
I promise you that is the reason why
but-
nobody is siding with her.
No, I agree with that. But also for her, if he gets time served, she was already paid, and now she let the public know all this information about her sexual past
And
that she didn't have to do.
That she didn't have to do.
And now he's walking free.
And the jury did
so
not.
nobody's
feel-
gonna come.
No, nobody's gonna come to her defense.
Yeah.
Nobody has empathy for her because the jury looked at her and said, "You got $40 million. We are broke. We've been here for the free food." And you know what I'm saying?
most
Like,
people would just chalk it up to the game for 40 million.
I'm telling you, that's how the jury looked at it. The jury's like, yo, you already got your prize.
You good.
I promise you that's how the jury looked at it. I'm not saying this is how I look at it. I'm saying this is how the jury looked at it. So to your point, I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen with Diddy and his sentencing. I don't know what's gonna happen when he comes home, but I know the only thing he should be thinking about is getting his motherfucking sentence.
Also, like a guy like Diddy, who's, let's say, has been doing this for, decades, right? They don't pick people who are reluctant to do this stuff. Like, they pick people who are down, who are manipulatable, who have went through horrible tragedies in their life, and they're seeking some sort of community. They take advantage of the people that are oppressed and disenfranchised.
Oh, somebody like Diddy does.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
got you.
it's not surprising that this girl, Cassie, seemed really down and excited to do these things because she's living in this like reality that he has created for her, where this is where she's getting his love.
And that's why they also prey on the young girls.
They prey on people that have these sorts of psychological conditions.
And most of them are young.
100%.
Young,
And
fatherless.
what are you laughing at, bro? Why are you laughing? That's not funny.
I didn't laugh.
No,
I don't know. Him.
Alex.
we
Sick
had a
fuck, yeah.
discussion on Flagrant, and he did not sound like that.
What I
That's
saw-
all I'm saying.
What do you say?
How do you feel about love bombing? let's go on.
What
that.
is love bombing?
I don't believe in that shit. I don't believe in that shit.
When you lie and manipulate a girl and you make her seem like this is more than what it is.
We can't
but
lie.
You're just trying to use
We
the
can't
girl.
lie.
I thought we called that courting.
Oh my!
Thank you.
That's not courting.
Thank you. Can't we? We should be able to lie. Why can't we lie?
That's not courting.
Yo, we can't lie.
Oh
Hey,
no, I didn't
Doug,
mean lie.
Chris,
What?
Why can't we lie?
Everybody. No. This is a good discussion.
They can wear heels. They can wear makeup. They get fake titties. They got push-up bras.
Oh
they
my
got all this shit, but we can't lie.
By the way,
we gotta be honest.
Yo, I can take this out of relationships and say you rarely meet the real person when you first meet them. A lot of times you're meeting the representative. They're putting their best foot forward, showing you the best version of themselves.
We're talking about love bombing. When you like, hey, here's a gift. Here's this trip. Oh, I love you. Oh, I want to be with you. But
Can't take a girl on
meanwhile,
a
you're
trip,
just
bro.
using them for sex and nothing else. And then you just leave them out to dry because
So a
you're done with
transactional relationship.
it. No, you're lying and manipulating and making him think
You
that
didn't
it's
say
more.
that. You said I'm.
That's
I'm
what
gonna
love
tell you
bombing
what
is.
I said on Flagrant. If
love bombing?
a guy takes you on a boat, he's using your throat.
Oh my
That is what you should know for the rest of your life.
What if I like
ladies.
her?
Say again.
I might like her. I always say it's not tricking if she's worth it, but it's also not tricking if you got it. What if that's just your lifestyle? If I'm a rich dude and I go on yachts every weekend,
Yes, that's regular like acts of
If a
kindness.
guy
I'm
likes
talking
you-
about if you're lying to her.
If you're
you're just doing that stuff just to fuck,
We
and
can't
you
lying
lie.
to her about what though?
We can't lie.
about
we can't
wanting
lie.
to be with her.
We can't lie.
Actually wanting a
What
relationship.
if I feel like that in the moment?
We can't lie.
Okay.
We can't lie.
I don't even know if it's a lie. What if I feel like that in the moment?
So you know there was
And then I'm with her for a while and I'm like, she kind of annoying. The head ain't what I thought.
Can
The
I
pussy
tell
got
you
a little
something?
smell.
Why this guy's full of shit? I once saw him hit on a girl, right? He stood on a step, so he was 6 inches taller than what he was.
son.
And he
shoot,
had
shoot,
one
baby.
foot hanging off the step and the other foot on the step while he hit on this girl for like 30 minutes. This is years ago. 30 minutes. He's pretending to be 6 inches taller with a step. That's a lot. You're a liar.
She was 5'11".
Let me ask you this, Alex. Let me ask you this
Two
question.
pays lies.
Yes.
Hold on.
That's what I'm saying. We should be able to lie.
Let me ask you this question. Then we're going to do asking this. Let me ask you this question.
And then I got to go to this doctor's appointment.
Is it better to love bomb or to be on some, yo, when you gonna let me fuck shit? You ain't taking her out on no dates. You ain't taking her nowhere nice. You
Well, at
ain't.
least that's honest.
That's what I'm.
Yes,
that's
that
why-
one's better.
Yeah.
I'd
Be
rather
honest.
So I would rather be courted or love bomb or whatever you call it. Trick
No,
on me.
But the girl feels like shit after the fact because she was thinking, oh wow, he actually likes me.
No.
But meanwhile, you were just using her for some pussy and
You're
you're gonna leave.
infantilizing women. Women know what we want. There's no woman that a guy invites her on a boat and then after he has sex with her on the boat and doesn't call her and goes, I had no clue he was trying to fuck me.
Well, the Jane Doe in the case, she didn't know
Well, let me
because
ask
she
you a
had
question.
multiple texts saying like, "Oh, you just treat me like a piece of meat. I don't like this." Da, 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 da,
Man,
da.
come
Do
on,
you
come
realize we got a whole generation of women raised off Little Kim, Trina, Foxy Brown, right? Cardi B, Nicki Minaj,
Yeah.
Women are
Glorilla.
smart.
Yeah, how you know they not having fun?
Yeah, but they.
How you know they like, yeah, this is what I want. They was telling us in the music, I want a guy to do all of this.
That's the thing.
And,
but
I'm gonna get my pussy ate and I'm gonna get some money and he out.
But they say what their intention is. So that's what makes it. If everybody agrees to the situation, it's perfectly fine.
guys said
But
what
don't
they're
say,
in-
"Oh, I love you and I want to be with you," but then you're really just using her for a throat and then nothing else.
Guys,
That's the
listen,
difference.
ladies, you should know if a guy has only spoken to you for 5 minutes and invites you on his boat, he knows nothing about you besides you look good. So the only thing he could want is your body. If you guys are talking for months, right? If you're talking for months, of course, I think the nicer a thing the guy does for your first date, the less he's interested in getting to know you, the more he's trying to make you feel guilty so you give him some pussy. If a guy's
I disagree with that. The reason I disagree with that show.
That's what I tell my daughter. If a guy's taking you on a
Your
trip,
daughter's not even one.
I gotta tell her now. If a guy's taking you on a trip, he's taking you on a boat, he's taking you on a helicopter ride, he's flying you to fucking Portugal. That guy's after one thing.
Yep.
If a guy asks you to go to a cafe and have a coffee
I
and
agree
get
with
to know
that.
each other, he wants to get to know you for
But
you.
what if that's my lifestyle?
Exactly.
What if my lifestyle is, hey,
You're still going to get burnt.
but listen, I'm at I hope not.
No,
If that's
the woman's going to get
definitely
burned.
not talking to you no more if you burn me.
If that's
Not that
Why
kind
would
of
I talk
burn.
to you anymore if you give me gonorrhea?
if that's your lifestyle, you're 100% using her for pussy. Because guys who got that lifestyle are not out there just trying to meet a girl and befriend her and have a fucking great time. Like, you got ladies, you got to be on defense.
All right, let's move on.
Yes.
Let's pay some bills and do some asking idiots.
You guys are crazy.
Okay, I don't think love bombing is that bad of a thing. I get what both of y'all are saying, but Ozzy Unruly says, if you were born again, would you rather be raised by teen parents or mid-30s, early 40 gay men? Ozzy Unruly, you are truly a brilliant idiot. We have missed you. How we have missed our brilliant idiot listeners. Fantastic question. If you were born again, would you rather be raised by teen parents or mid-30s, early 40 gay men?
Teen parents is brutal, man. That is a hard upbringing. You're dealing with no money. You're dealing with like emotional instability because these are people that are still learning how to be adults. That is brutal. Gay men in their 30s or 40s are probably rich as fuck, right? But at the same time, you know, they probably both got side dudes that they're sucking off because, you know, gay dudes don't really believe in monogamy. So that's going to be a warped perspective. It's, you know, this is a fucking great question.
The reason it's a great question is because he's not saying anything is like wrong with the teen parents or the mid-30s, early 40 gay men. He's just giving us identity. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I probably would go with teen parents. Reason why? Because kids are cruel. Kids are cruel, man.
They are cruel, man.
Two daddy, you don't want to be the two daddy kid. Man. Two daddy Schultzy, two daddy Charlotte. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. 2025.
But the
nobody gives a fuck.
But think about the alliteration with father. Father and Fraggle Maggot. You know what I'm saying? Like it's tough, bro.
That's a tough one,
It's tough, man. There's a lot of teen moms that have a lot of success stories. I'm sure that there's a lot of gay men couples that have success stories too. I'm just speaking from a strictly perspective of being a young person growing up. It would be easier to have teen parents.
I think he's right. The bullying is going to be. I agree with what you're saying, Chris. Is right now everybody's gay, so it's pretty normal. But there is a version of it where you will deal with some serious stuff. You know, I'm trying to think of the
kids are cruel. They'll be saying stuff like you came out of your daddy's butt. I'm serious, man. You know, I'm telling you.
Ew, Charlotte smells. You know why?
Calling you little shit stain.
Yeah,
you know,
dude.
Like shorty shit stain. Like it'd be a lot. It'd be a lot.
Just walking in on your parents 69 and
crazy. Can you do that? Oh yeah, you can.
Yeah, it's Lego.
That'd be kind of fire though.
Whoa.
It would be.
Yo.
He said, let go.
Yo.
He said, let go.
You both bite down, you're not going nowhere.
Oh my God. The best underscore Jesus says, do y'all think this... What?
I didn't know what they're... I
Palantir.
assumed you guys knew.
This Palantir database is going to end up taking us out when we're bad. So basically, the government gave Palantir the, ability to create profiles on every American citizen. I could be bastardizing this, but like
almost like Minority Report.
Yeah. So, and then the idea is that there would be one government database that has all the information on all American citizens, and then if they wanted, they could use it, you know, for nefarious purposes.
Well, they'll have the detention
He's trying
centers.
to figure out how Palantir can be a dick joke right now.
No, I'm Googling it because I refuse to ask the room. Okay? Because I feel like this is a plant.
No, it's a
I feel like y'all planted this motherfucking joke. Let me see what the fuck. I don't see this shit nowhere. This
Palantir. Palantir.
Palantir. Okay. Okay, Palantir Technologies.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Just making sure. Leomar _2289 says, what y'all think about Drake's new song that's out? More of a question for C to God. I think it's a cool record. Like, Drake can rap. Drake can make music. We know that. I just don't want Drake to, you know, there's a few things. I don't want Drake to end up being the artist that can't get over his L. And so he's constantly talking about his L, constantly talking about how people hurt him. You lost the rap battle. Keep it moving. I've seen
But the
this.
song is fire.
It's cool. It's hard to say it's fire because it's just Drake. Like, it's cool. It's a cool record. Like, it wasn't like fire to me. Like, oh shit. Like, it was just a cool
That Tiffany
record.
Blue bar was dope.
I don't understand why he's in the video surrounded by guns. That shit was silly to me. It's like you lost the rap battle, bro. Now you want to be fucking super thug.
You're also from Canada. Like, we got to stop it with the Canadian everybody got guns shit. I'm not saying that there aren't people with guns in Canada.
No, he's
Okay.
in Texas now.
Say again?
He's in Texas. He bought a
I don't
huge
care.
mansion in
He's
Texas.
still a Canadian
Oh.
chopper slinger.
All right.
Okay.
Fair enough.
A Toronto trigger puller. All right. I mean, you want me to believe there's all them clips in the 6? Okay. Like, no. I just don't like, it's like, come on.
You don't want to see the super thug shit. You just want to see the bars.
Just rap. By the way, if I was Drake, I would just lean into the women. I wouldn't be talking about this battle. You know what this song would have really hit? This song would have really hit if we hadn't heard nothing from Drake for the past 2 years.
And then he just
I
dropped
understand the point of the record. He's saying, what did I miss? Like, how did I miss all of these people that was really against me? But it would have hit even harder if you hadn't have said shit for 2.5 years.
And then
No
boom.
loss, or however long it's been, a year and some change. No lawsuits, no nothing. And you're like, what did I miss?
Yeah.
I've been out living my life.
Yeah, I'm not worried about nothing.
Like you said, he should just focus on the women because his best song that performed since the battle was
Nokia.
It's all about women stuff.
Focus on the women, bro. Like all of that. I don't care about how you don't fuck with LeBron no more, whatever it is. All the ball players that did you dirty. You're the idiot for thinking that all of these industry people was your friend to begin, motherfucking
Yo,
with.
this is a huge point right here. We gotta stop. We gotta realize that, like, especially in this industry, there are people that are friends with you. They don't even know that they're friends with you because it makes them look good. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you meet these people who, like, they really think that they build relationships, but the only reason for the relationship is because it helps them further their career. And the second you stop furthering their career, they go, oh, actually, I don't really fuck with that person that much. So I think I like the idea of what did I miss, because, like, he's going, yo, I thought we were really homies. I guess I was only a conduit to your dreams and success. That must be really frustrating to deal with that rejection. But that is the nature of most industry relationships. If all your friends are just industry people, you ain't really got friends, bro.
Man, yo, there's a guy, I'm not gonna say his name, but I tell him that about another person all the time. Because he's a white person who got a bunch of black friends, but they're all industry. And I'm like, who's his normal black friend? Who's the black friend he grew up with?
Leave Neil alone, bro.
It ain't Neil. Neil's great. I love Neil. I look back at Neil. Like,
I love Neil too.
Neil Brennan.
Yeah.
This ain't. It's like this guy. He's not even in front of the camera. But my point is, like, where's your regular black friend? I can look. I know Andrew's black friends he grew up with. You know what I mean? Like, they're around. Like, who's your regular black homie?
I was telling Alex this, like, we had a party out in the Hamptons on July 4th at our place, right? And it wasn't an industry event. It was people, some of their industry, some that we've been friends with for fucking 2 decades, 3 decades, right? It is just a party of friends. Everybody there knows each other. There are a few people that might be a little bit derivative, but it was an actual party with friends. That's what a friend party looked like. The white party out in the Hamptons is an industry event where people pretend to be friends.
Absolutely.
Some of them actually are friends, but a lot of them are there to be photographed. If all of the things you go to are these industry events, that's not really friendship,
Not
bro.
real.
Like,
By the way, that's why you don't see me at him. And
you said this early.
Yes.
You said you could be a man of the people, the man of the industry. You cannot be both.
And by the way, even if you do grow your own industry, which we have done, we all came up together. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have watched this in real time. You can pinpoint me and Duval. You can pinpoint me and Schultz. You're like, you can pinpoint me and Pete Davidson. You've watched us all grow and evolve to be what it is we've been over the last, almost 20 years.
Before any of us really had that much to offer each other. Not to say that we weren't doing certain things with our career, which could absolutely help. Obviously, doing the podcast with you jump-started my career. Like, it gave me everything. But it's not like, oh my God, this thing happened and I need to be around this person or else nothing will happen for me. And there are a lot of those types of relationships. And you know they're phony because when you talk to people, when other people are not around, they're shitting on their friends.
Man.
So I'm talking to you, you shitting on your friend. I'm like, well, what do you say about me when I'm not here?
Man.
Like, the number one way to know that you're with someone who ain't shit is if he shits on his friends to you.
Yo, I'll never forget Now, I've told this story before. When Kanye called me, wanting me to shit on Pete. And I'm like, you do realize that's my friend.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care who you are in culture. I don't care what you mean to the industry. My friends mean more to me than that. When I did an interview with Rolling Stone and they asked me about Andrew. You can look it up, it's in an interview. I'm like, how y'all gonna tell me about somebody that I know? like how you can't make me believe something about somebody that I actually know.
And you know that they don't know.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like,
so you're gonna tell me about my friend.
You're gonna tell me about my friend that I've known for all of these years. Like, that don't even make no logical sense to me. But you know what? When the industry went to Drake, to bring it back to Drake, when something happens in culture where now you might be the bad guy or having a bad week.
You ain't getting those phone calls anymore, bro.
Absolutely. This is what happens. Yes, they all at the pop out because those were never your real partners. Those were never your real friends.
I saw people commenting, people I thought like were, now I'm very delicate with these. I'm not the type of dude that calls everybody my friend, but I'll be like colleagues and that kind of shit. But like I saw people that I was colleagues and I was cool with when the whole Kendrick shit was popping, like commenting on videos.
And what I tell you,
liking that kind of, you said the most fire shit. Go.
I told him, I said, pay attention to all of the people that have something to say about you now because they've been hating.
The whole time.
They've been hating the whole time. They've been waiting.
It's the most beautiful. In a way, it's liberating because it's like, oh, I don't got to protect none of y'all anymore. Before, I was nice and I was protecting you because I thought that we were cool like that. But I see all the videos and I bump into some of these people. Bro, I bump into some of these people in a neighborhood with my kid and my wife, and they are so sweet, so kind, knowing... Like, I know what they said. I know what they were commenting. I know what they were reposting. And they're so fucking phony to your face. So you just expect that shit. Because you fuck.
And it hasn't stopped nothing.
And because now I know you're pussy.
That's right. And you don't have a tattoo. Drake had a LeBron tattoo.
I know.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's got it covered up by now, though.
Knowing him, probably not.
Nah.
But when the grass is cut, the snakes will show.
Yeah, you can't do all of it. I don't think Bron is a snake. Bron didn't snake him. You just jumped out the window acting like this was your friend. You wanted to do the Lego piece. Bron didn't want to do the Lego.
Over at each other's houses, like checking on each other's kids and shit like that. Come on, that's a lot.
Drake was showing up to the high school basketball game. You know how cool that is for a high school kid to have the biggest rapper in the world spend his time to go there? Like, that is some cool shit. And then to just go party with the dude calling him a pedophile, that's corny LeBron to me. Because you could just not go.
But I'm wrong.
If you really wanted to go that bad, you could be in back.
Exactly. You don't got to be front row going.
But you're LeBron James. Everybody is your friend. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody comes to Bronny's game. They want to be in Bron's orbit. So that Drake just jumped out the window. You did too much. You got the fucking tattoo.
Yes, I agree with that. But at the same time, like, just because everybody wants to be a friend doesn't give you license to be a bad friend.
Yeah.
That's true.
You could just stay out of it.
Let's end with this. Soul Rack VRJ says, what is the toughest part of being married? What is the best advice to finding a partner in life? Good way to end, man. What is the toughest part of being married, Schultz? And what is the best advice to finding a partner in life?
Best advice to having a partner in life is be honest with yourself and like what you want and who you are. Because if you pretend to be something so that a girl will like you, you will be miserable when you're with her because you're not being yourself. And I think the best advice to a successful marriage is working on that shit constantly. It's like figuring out marriage before you have a kid is hard. Then you have a kid, you got to refigure out the whole shit. You know what I mean? I imagine you have a second kid and a third kid, you got to refigure it out again. And being willing to work on it instead of just going, oh, it's different now, fuck all this shit, whatever.
Yeah.
So that's what I would say.
What is the best advice to finding a partner in life? Love bombing. What is the toughest part? What is the toughest part of being married? When the love bombs don't work anymore.
Facts.
Okay, I keep dropping these love bombs now and they don't work anymore. So now at 47 years old, I got to be forced to be myself and go to therapy and do actual work on myself.
Hey, you know what's a good show on this topic is Couples Therapy. I don't know if anybody's watched.
I've heard of this, yeah.
It's actually really compelling. And
Really? Listen, I really can't help anybody with that because I was blessed to find my partner very, very early. I was blessed to find a soulmate and a best friend very, very early, and we've been riding, and life just keeps getting better and better and better and better. So the toughest thing about being married, honestly, man, I don't think there's anything really tough about it. I really don't. I think that when you have a partner that you love and you really care for and y'all really care for each other, y'all just figure things out and y'all kind of lighten each other's load. Like marriage isn't tough if both of y'all are playing your position the right way. You committed to being with this person for life. So I don't know I really don't know what it means when they say that it's tough. Like, yeah, y'all might argue every now and then. You might not like each other, but you just go in the room, figure it out.
That's great. Committing to figuring it out.
Committing to figuring it out.
You have made this commitment for your life. The easy way is to just pull the ejection seat or whatever it is. The hard way, but the fruitful way, is the commitment to figuring it out. And I imagine, I can tell from my own experiences, like it gives you a lot of confidence when you commit to figuring something out and then you make progress.
That's right. As always, if you think we're smart, you think we're intelligent, you think we're brilliant, you're absolutely right. But if you listen to this podcast and you think we're just a couple idiots who don't know shit, you're right too. It's the Brilliant Idiots Podcast. Thank you for listening.
Peace.